Good morning.
Good morning.
On this gorgeous, rainy, winter California day. Time for soup, right? Soup! Well, welcome, welcome. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And again, God may be calling you, but probably not on your cell phone. As we do, both in case you're new or if you have been around for a while, we go through kind of a high-level summary of what Science of Mind teaches. It's why we're here. And one of the first things is there's a power for good, and we can use it by thinking, because all thought is creative and influential. Now, that doesn't mean that every thought that flits through your mind is going to show up in your life. But if that thought flits through 5 times an hour, every hour, it probably will show up. But we also train how to use your mind and your thinking in ways that are practical and powerful and productive. Second is there is only God. All evil starts and stops in the mind of people. See number 1. Everything in our experience is either a call for love or an expression of love, and there are no exceptions. The tricky part is when the behavior is both a call for love and an expression of love, because most of us don't have much of a model for a really unconditioned type of love. So we express love at the highest level that we know it. And it's always a call to know more, to be more. And finally, you are whole, perfect, and complete just as you are right now. That doesn't mean that your outer behavior is exactly what you want it to be. But at your fundamental level, at the foundation of who you are, who you came here to be, you have been perfect from the moment of conception, and you will be perfect until the moment that you leave. And there is nothing you can do about it. You cannot change the perfection that you are. So give up and discover it. And that's the other part of what we teach, is tools for you to be able to discover the perfection that you have always been. So I'm really glad you're part of us. And I want to introduce briefly Bev Barnett and Greg Newland, who will be doing our opening song.
all know what we've got to do. We are grateful for the path that our spirits choose. We are love, we are light, we are here, we are now. Don't have to find our way, 'cause we already know how. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace.
Woo! So why don't we stand up and greet each other? Okay, a three-way. Oh, Gwen, I didn't recognize you. Good morning. I love your hair.
Oh, it's something different.
I like
It's
it.
beautiful.
Great. Very nice.
Quick announcements. It isn't quite Thanksgiving yet, but if you're thinking about what you'd like to do, remember that there is a run walk on that day, and we are using it as a fundraiser, both for the Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services. You can either see Jim Cartan if you are really interested in running. If you're interested in just supporting, please talk to Ann Brooks. On December 14th, we're going to have our candlelight service, and we're also going to have a potluck and a tree trimming party. So come with the expectation of being festive. If you aren't in the mood before, you will be in the mood afterwards. And now, let's give our invocation. I'm going to have Bev and Greg are doing our service today, both music and message. And for those of you who don't know who they are, Bev has had, it's like if she had 3 feet. One would be in the corporate world, one would be in the music world, and one would be in the incredible artistic world. You're going to see her work out front, and that's part of what she did with us, that hanging there. She just is amazing. Greg, on the other hand, is solidly in the music league. Solidly. And it is our joy to have them here today. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Breath. Divine Spirit, sacred presence that lives in and through us, we gather in this perfect time as we honor the season of slow dreaming, embracing the beautiful dark of contemplation. We pause now to still the noise of the world and invite the clarity of our own inner wisdom to emerge. We declare that every heart is open and ready to receive its spark of inspired intention. We trust the law of growth to do its work in its own perfect time. We declare this space and this time holy, filled with grace and peace, and so it is.
So it is.
beauty of the dark. We're going to switch gears here. We're going to slow things down. Knew a boy who wasted time on foolishness and useless rhyme. Heard him say he thought that trees could talk. Well, if they did, what would it mean to hear beyond a day's routine? I'm not sure we take the time to stop to listen. But in these branches live our dreams, wild ideas and crazy schemes, the wisdom of a million fruitful years. Love unfolds in gentle leaves, reveals the truth that lies beneath, protecting all the souls that we hold dear. If only we could see our way clear to listen. Seems that listening's lost its style. We haven't stopped in quite a while to smell the sweetness of a rose. If we can't see and we won't hear long enough to face our fears, we can't learn what trees would have us know. Now the boy has grown and wise. He's learned to live with compromise, looking back on life and taking stock. Thinks of what his life's been missing, and knows if he just tries to listen, late at night the trees will start to talk. Wind will blow and trees will softly talk. Will we listen? Listen, oh, listen. We are entering the darkest time of the year, the descent towards the winter solstice. The world outside slows, the trees shed their leaves, and nature turns inward. And we listen. I'm so grateful to offer this two-part music and message series on the season of dreaming. So in this week, the first part one, we're going to embrace the beauty of the dark, to do some deep inner work in preparation for the return of the light on the winter solstice on December 21st. So it's on a Sunday this year, so I'll be back on winter solstice, December 21st, for part 2, when we start to welcome back the light. So this image, I wonder if this image makes you feel warm or cold. And I suppose it depends on whether you're resonating with the snow or the sun or the trees, the dark or the light or the pause, the stillness. All of these elements intertwine. The song that we just sang, Listen, about the boy who thought the trees could talk, and the reflections on how we navigate our lives as we grow older. That song was inspired by a man I used to know. I used to work with him. And he's since passed away. His name was Wayne. And through the years that we both left the company that we worked for, it was a cybersecurity company and he was a security researcher, we had an ongoing dialogue over Facebook and Twitter about life and music and art and the wisdom of trees. So 12 years ago, this week in fact, I just looked this up because you can go back in your Facebook history and see exactly what time something happened. And it was November 13th, 12 years ago. Wayne posted a similar photo. It was a beautiful photo he'd taken from his backyard in Ohio. And the trees were bare. The light was about like it was in this image. There was a dusting of snow. And in those days on Facebook, when someone was posting something, you could see those three little dots that told you that they were, something was happening. And so I saw it pop up, and I just immediately responded back. I just happened to be online, and I saw it pop up, and I said, "What are they saying to you?" Within seconds, his reply was, "This is our season of slow dreaming. We will speak again when it is warm and we have leaves." And an hour later, Greg and I had written this song. It was cold and the trees stood quiet. We asked for their wisdom and they replied, "This is our season of slow dreaming. We will speak again when it is warm and we have leaves." In the beauty of the dark, we'll find a reason for a spark, a thoughtful contemplation of a way to make our mark. And in a drift of winter snow, somewhere deep inside we'll know it takes a little time before the seed begins to grow. So we'll take it slow in our season of when the frost begins to fall, we'll remember what we be time enough to speak. Come the warming of the spring, when our leaves can't help but dance, and our souls can't help but sing. So we'll take it slow in our season of dreaming. So the creative process, our creative and influential thought, germinates in contemplation, in silence, in the beauty of the dark. You know, darkness gets a bad rap. It's not always about fear or suffering. That's what we create in our minds. Reverend Patricia said before, right? It's what we create is the reality. And so if that's what we focus on is the fear, then that's what we experience. But that's not the truth. That's about doubt and lack and limitation. The darkness I'm talking about is a place of gestation, a fertile darkness where thoughts germinate in rich soil and where all life begins. What Reverend Patricia shared with us earlier today is the science of mind principle that there is a power for good, and we can use it by thinking. All thought is creative and influential. So the beauty of the dark invites us to turn our consciousness inward, to embrace the fertile, contemplative dark, and to deliberately plant the seeds of our next great manifestation. This is the place where our creative thought germinates. And that germination is intentionally a slow process. Have you ever planted radishes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the go-to when you're involving kids, right? When you're planting a garden with kids, because they sprout in about 3 days. Instant gratification. So on the other hand, the cherry tree. Many trees need to go through this period of cold stratification before they even can start to germinate, right? It's that cold and moist conditions that break their dormancy and then encourage germination. And it's a safety mechanism, because if they were to sprout prematurely, they could freeze and die, right? All of this has to happen in the perfect time. So cherry tree seeds need 90 to 140 days of cold stratification to break their dormancy, and then it takes several weeks for them to germinate. So they take it slow, embracing the dark and creating a space for the spark of contemplation so they can emerge at the perfect time. This is the wisdom of trees that we can choose to listen to and take in for ourselves. So from the science of teachings of the science of mind, Ernest Holmes also tells us the same thing. He tells us to take it slow, to not rush it, and certainly do not worry. There should not be any sense of hurry or worry about this, just a calm, peaceful sense of reality. let the law work through and express itself in the experience. Sometimes, though, we want to rush the creative process. Don't we?
Yeah.
Yes. We want to move things along on our own timeline. We get impatient. We start to treat spiritual practice like a task, something to achieve, instead of an internal surrender. So Holmes encourages us to resist this busy work. Stop trying, stop struggling. Begin to be calm, to trust in the higher laws of life, even though you do not see them, they are still there. When we try too hard to make things happen in a certain way and our time, we signal doubt to the universe. Ours is to claim the result and leave the how to those higher laws of the universe. Charles Fillmore tells us, man's word is the seed and the law is the soil, and whatever he plants in the soil of the universal mind must be brought forth into expression. So we take it slow. The how of planting that seed is not a struggle but a surrender. When we quiet ourselves, truly quiet our minds, and listen, we switch to receive mode. We recognize that the power to manifest is already present within us. Meditative practices are embraced by truth seekers across spiritual disciplines in different ways. Turning off the external demands and distractions to access that divine presence, the source, spirit, God, infinite presence, universe, whatever the name is that we choose to call. In Judaism, we find it in Judaism, especially around the high holy days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, when breath work, chanting, or focused repetition of Hebrew words are used to quiet the mind and create a mindful state before engaging with the liturgy. In his book, Stillness Speaks, Eckhart Tolle invites us to step back from the constant chatter of the mind and connect with the present moment. Tolle reminds us that the present moment is the only place where life truly exists. It's in the stillness of this present moment that we can tap into a deeper awareness and a space between the thought where our true power lies. He writes, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. This is where our intentions find their power. When we plant our intentions in the fertile ground of the present moment, we align ourselves with the universal energy that sustains all life. Paramahansa Yogananda, the founder of Kriya Yoga, taught his disciples to hold the mind steady and shut out the restlessness of the senses. He said, when the mind is calm, how quickly, how smoothly, how beautifully you will perceive everything. And Ernest Holmes described meditation as a practice of listening and surrender, allowing the emptiness to permeate the mind, to experience the awareness and experience of freedom that rises up in the absence of thoughts, feelings, or expectations. That's how we find the beauty in the dark. So, in the silence, the surrender, the emptiness that we create for ourselves, we can choose to stop listening to the world's confusion and start listening to our own voice of truth. The spark that we contemplate, the divine desire, the infinite one is the infinite wanting to express more of itself as us, as you. So the reason for the spark is the divine impulse, the clear vision of your next greater self. Now, greater is is up to you. Your next greater self doesn't have to be something that the rest of the world thinks is great. It's just your next greater self. No matter what that is. And it comes to you first through contemplation, through stillness. Planting that spark, that seed, is the first step to cultivating the creative law in operation. And every intention begins with the planting of the seed. One perfect seed. A clear intention. Then we leave the how to the law. Let's turn to contemplation now through a guided meditation. You ready to do that?
Yes.
So gently close your eyes. Gently close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath in, filling your lungs completely. And slowly release the breath, letting go of any tension you might be holding in your shoulders or neck. Inhale deeply again, drawing in peace, and exhale, letting go of all thoughts and concerns from your day. Continue this gentle rhythmic breathing, feeling your body settle deeper into your support. You are safe. You are present. You are still. Now bring your attention to the concept of the dark. Not a darkness of fear, but a beautiful, rich dark. This is the fertile soil in the quiet chamber of creation. Visualize yourself standing in a quiet field covered in a blanket of soft winter snow. The air is still. The world is hushed. You are warm. You are safe. In this powerful silence, you recognize the presence of the infinite, the one life moving through and as you. Somewhere deep within your heart, you sense the spark of your desire, the clear intention you hold for your life. See it, feel it, like a tiny, brilliant seed of light nestled deep in the warm earth beneath the snow. Acknowledge that this is your season of dreaming. This is the time for inner development, for contemplation, for the silent, invisible work of growth. Repeat softly to yourself, either out loud or in your mind, I take it slow, I trust the timing. I take it slow, I trust the timing. You do not rush the thaw of the snow. You do not demand the seed grow faster. You know that the law of the universe is working perfectly on your behalf. You know that it takes a little time before a seed begins to grow. Rest in this knowing. The law is working now. Now feel a profound sense of gratitude. Thank the universe. Thank the law. Thank your own consciousness for holding the vision steady. Feel the awe of realizing that even in the greatest silence, the greatest power is moving. The vision is safe. The seed is growing. Hold the image of the seasons turning. You can feel faintly the beginning of the thaw. You know that life will once again rise up from the earth. Now sense the warmth returning. Feel the shift. Feel the frost begin to thaw. You are now in the warming of the spring. The energy is light, bright, and effortless. See the green shoots emerging. See your fully manifested good rising into your life. Feel the pure, unrestrained joy of this realization. Your success is natural. Your growth is complete. See yourself moving freely, happily, knowing that your every action and expression can't help but dance. Hold this feeling of joyful manifestation for a moment. Take one last deep, full breath, bringing the energy of this fertile dreaming and joyful manifestation back with you. Know that you carry this peace, this trust, and this powerful knowledge of divine timing with you throughout the rest of your day, throughout the week, throughout this season of dreaming. When you are ready, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes and slowly open your eyes. The seeds are planted, and now we enter the season of dreaming, letting the law work in its own perfect timing. Would you pray with me? We stand together as one expression of the divine. In the beauty of the dark, knowing that the perfect spark of our intention is now planted. We trust the law to govern its growth. We take it slow. We release all anxiety, and we rest in the quiet certainty of our good. And so it is.
So it is.
The greatest strength is found in the stillness. Trust the seed and honor the slow work of the law. And make the now the primary focus of your life, because this is where intentions find power. We're always looking down the road that lies ahead. Trouble is that we're all looking for a sign, when now is what we are. Just know the world is spinning safely at your feet. Show up and round and be right here until you leave. No moment, past or future, could ever be so sweet. 'Cause now is what we are. Now is what we are. Instead of opening every door to find relief, just take the gifts that have been left here at your feet, and look with love on every stranger that you meet. 'Cause now is what we are. 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 Now is what we
Now is what we are. Isn't that fabulous? And it's so true. So what I'd like to do now is to call for demonstrations. And we have one immediately. Connie.
Well, as many of you know, I've been studying astrology for a few years, and I belong to an organization in the Sacramento area. And they only meet in person about once a quarter, and I've been wanting to have somebody to get together more often and discuss astrology. And taking it slowly, finally, at our Scorpio extravaganza last weekend, a woman came up to me and said, "Connie, would you like to get together more often?" So we have two Connies and a Carmen. And of course, it may grow, it may not. And we're just going to get together twice a month and study astrology together. That's a demonstration of mine.
How lovely. How lovely. To find like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just
always.
like I found here.
Mary.
Well, this one's really simple. I've been kind of hungry for spiritual food, and I was on the internet last night, and it just popped up that Bev and Greg were going to be here. So I'm here.
Yes, I would call Bev and Greg a fabulous demonstration for me also. Anyone else?
In the class
Carol.
that we're doing right now, I was reminded of a demonstration for years and years and years, raising kids alone and stuff. Every penny counted, and as I said, I always robbed Peter to pay Paul. And couldn't really imagine what I heard Debbie and maybe Patricia say. Undoubtedly Patricia. That the more we give, the more we get. And I thought, I can't afford to do that. And so at some point in time, I went way beyond what I thought of as what I could afford. but then I retired about 2021. And since then, and I have, with the help of God, of course, but Social Security being increased, and the investments and all that stuff that I've left in their place, I now at the end of the month usually say, how can I have this much money?
That's a profound change when we go from I can't afford to give to I can't afford not to give. Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah. And then Corey.
Where do I begin? I'm grateful for the way things unfold, even when I try to rush things and nothing like what I just told you should do, right? I that I saw this thing on the internet that you can make $650 by donating plasma. And you guys know I lost my job, or I'm going to make all this stuff happen. I'm going to make this happen for us. And so I went and donated plasma on Friday morning, and then I went and volunteered at an art gallery on Friday afternoon, and Anne came to see, because I said on my email that I was going to be here. So Anne was there. This was about 2 hours after donating the plasma, and Anne had gone to look at some art, and I completely blacked out. Lost consciousness completely and blacked out. And so I'm just grateful. My demonstration, my gratefulness is that Anne was there. Anne called Patricia. The gallery director was there and caught me. They called 911. They, whatever, all of the stuff. And so sometimes we choose to take it slow, and sometimes slowness is thrust upon us. So it's a demonstration and a lesson to me to choose the outcome and not the how, and also just to be grateful for the support that's placed in our paths of our craziness. Thank you.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I thought it was a demonstration that Anne was there. She's going, I've treated. The ambulance is on its way.
Well, I missed that part. I guess I assumed we knew that. No, Anne was there treating. Patricia was treating. Yes. That was.
So it was wonderful. Corey.
Well, I'm curious, are you still going to do the blood some more? Or?
No.
Okay, just joking. I got a fast demonstration. Ann Brooks volunteered to be the secretary for it.
Hey.
Woo-hoo! We have a new secretary.
So we are complete. I just put it out.
Perfect
boom,
and complete.
Just as you are.
Lovely. Well, it's a nice show of demonstrations this week. Thank you. Now, do we have any treatment requests? If it's not for you, please first name only and no story, just what it is that you want as the outcome. Connie and then Aspen.
For Sid, his recovery to health and wholeness from his pancreatic cancer.
Aspen.
For Jack, also for healing and for stabilization and calm.
What the Sunday service is about. Yes.
I'd like to pray for Jeff, that he finds his path, and Julian, that he finds his path, and that they can just stay on the right path and find their way.
Got it.
For healing.
For healing?
For healing, yes. Thank you.
At some level, that's all we ever treat for, is the revelation of truth, which is healing. Yes, Emma?
For me, clarity in financial direction.
Yeah.
For some man, I can offer my service appear to me.
Okay. For all things spoken and unspoken, let us return and remember that there really is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that is my life now. And that is your life now. And in this powerful knowing of now, I speak the word for all who have asked that health is revealed, because there is a pattern of perfection within every single cell. And it knows exactly what needs to happen, how to cooperate with the medical world, so that mind and body remember the truth of wholeness. For we are always whole and complete. And there is clarity of mind, clarity of thought. Our path is before us. Don't have to see the whole thing. But I know that the next step of the path is perfectly clear and totally supported by all the power in the universe. Whether that is my spiritual journey, whether it is my physical health journey, whether it is clarity about where my source of abundance is and how to use it wisely. It is in that next first step. All right action unfolds from this place of power, this place of knowing that I and Source are one. This is true for all who have asked and all who know where they want to be. The truth lies within. The truth lies without, for we live and move and have our being in the body of the one Spirit, the one God, the one mind. And so the law works. Always. And I say, for all this and more, I give thanks. And so it is.
So it is.
So now it is time for our offering. I think you all are going to do a song for offering? Okay. Great. Wonderful. So, offering. Give with joy, give with gratitude, and we thank you. Especially thank the people on YouTube who amazingly watch. I love the fact that we have two congregations. We have the one that's sitting in here and the one that views us. More than 60 views a week we get. And that is just wonderful to know that the power of this teaching moves into the world easily and effortlessly. And And so if you'll say the abundance affirmation with me. In a consciousness of abundance, I give freely, knowing that I am freely given to. And so it is. And we're going to do our closing song, which was our opening song, which is one of my favorite songs. By the way, before we do that, you have some wonderful creative objects, scarves and little bowls made of sari silk. They're just amazing out front. I think I saw a CD too.
Yes, we have CDs and some giftables that I've created. Just co-creating with nature to print. This is an example of printing the pigments from the leaves themselves onto silk and just all kinds of things that I've been creating. So if that moves you, but really most importantly on that table, the song "Season of Dreaming" is not on any of our albums yet, and I love it so much. It is available on the internet through a distribution site called Bandcamp. So on that table there are slips of paper with the image of Season of Dreaming and a QR code. And you can take one, or you can just do it while you're standing there. You can scan that QR code, and it's a pay what you want thing. You can get it for free, you can donate if you want to, but if you would like to have that song "Season of Dreaming" to listen to later on, you can do that at the table out there with that QR code.
There also are perfect stocking stuffers. They're little
Oh, that's right.
magnets with homemade paper.
Handmade paper on little refrigerator magnets, so you can decorate your refrigerator with handmade paper. I'm happy to talk to you about any and all of that and the workshops that I do to learn how to do those things for yourself at my home studio.
Like I said, she has 1 foot firmly planted in creativity.
I think I have 7 feet.
Thank you.
All right. You guys are welcome. I'm going to stand for this one. I think I'll be fine to stand for this one. Stand if you'd like. We're just going to sing this one more time because it's a fitting ending, I think. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace. One more time. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect pace.
So please gather with us with grateful hearts and talk to each other and have a good time. The very first meeting of our brand new board will start about 12:15. You can hang out with us, or you can continue.